Okay, hello, and welcome to the Southampton Scribbles, I guess, Christopher Nolan project.
Yeah.
I'm back with Matt. Hello, Matt.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Time seems to have flown by since we last
Yeah.
decided to do this project, and so just I suppose remind everyone who's watching. The idea was to talk about Christopher Nolan, and which is something we do all the time anyway, but to just kind of share our ideas on his work and to kind of give it a little bit of context. We're working towards the release of his 11th feature film, Tenet, which has now been put back till the 26th of August. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and for us to give a kind of rank order, which is just a bit of fun, really, to his 10 existing feature films, a la Match of the Day during lockdown, which feels maybe quite
Yeah.
hopefully like a long time ago now, and won't re-emerge anytime soon. So this video is a very quick one, just to see our order from 10th place to 6th place, and then what will follow that will be 5 vlogs over the next few days or week or so, and reviewing each of the films and sharing our own ideas and thoughts on the movies as well, because these are all films that we love. So without further ado, what I'll do is I'll stick the filmography back up just to remind ourselves of the movies that he has made, starting from the following in 1998, right up to Dunkirk in 2017. As I said, Tenet is released on later this year, or later this month, I should say. And I suppose the reason why we chose to do this speaks for itself when you just look at that list of films. Absolute incredible canon of movies. Anyone would be sort of happy to have any of those on their CV, and this is one guy who's made all of them. So I guess what we'll do then, Matt, if you want to start with yours, do you want to show us then your 10 to 6 order that you've put them in?
Yep, so I'll just start with number 10. And I've gone with the following for number 10. Can you see that, by the way?
Yep, that's
sorry.
for me.
So,
okay.
So I've gone following for number 10. And the reason I've put that at number 10 is where I expect anyone ranking his films to put that at number 10, because it is his first feature film. He describes himself as not a low budget, but a no budget film. And he sort of shot it at weekends using his own money with his friends. And I think that shouldn't take away from the film. It's a very interesting film and very engaging. But when you look at it within the canon or oeuvre of his work, it's clearly more of an experimental piece. So I think it's very interesting, but it's definitely number 10 on my list.
Yep.
Okay. After that, I'll just get the next one up. Where are we? Number 9.
This does feel a little bit like Top of the Pops for some of our older viewers.
Yeah, I should say as I load this as well. If anyone disagrees, please put a comment in the comment section below, but also understand that we're not, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not ranking is technically best features. It's my preference, and it's same for you.
I think that the reasons why we put them where they are will come part of that conversation, because it's inevitably going to cause disagreement. It's fascinating to see how we'll compare between ourselves, but of course we've talked, I think, in the introduction video, that kind of heart over head is a big decision in this.
Okay. I think I've really gone with my heart on this one, and as I said, we talk about it quite a lot, so I'm just as interested to see how similar or different our lists are. Okay, so here's my number 9.
Let's go for number 9.
And I've gone with Insomnia.
Okay, this was his third feature from 2002.
And we'll talk more about the reasons later on, but that's number 9.
Okay, at number 8.
So I'll just get the picture. Still bring on this out. Here we go. Sorry. This may be the first. I don't know if it's a surprise, but it's sort of. I didn't expect this to be on this position in the list, but I've gone for Batman Begins at number 8.
Okay, that's interesting. So this is the first of the Dark Knight trilogy, and really the film that kind of put his name on a more mainstream map, shall we say, or certainly raised the awareness outside of the critical cinema, I suppose. But it was the film that followed Insomnia, which is interesting as well.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's also the first film that brought us Nolan to more of a household name, because before that he was building up. Okay, next, again, I was surprised about this, where this sits on my list, but here we go, number 7. I'm going for Inception.
Okay.
Here we go.
That's a very cool poster for Inception as well.
Yeah, it's great. I had to include it, the obviously Vertigo connection.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. And it's also interesting, worth pointing out, isn't it? We said in our intro video, but we have watched these in order of release, so chronological order.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's interesting to see them develop.
And that would make its way about the halfway point, I guess, wouldn't it? Or just past halfway, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
From 2010, and getting its own cinema re-release, and I'm sure we'll talk about that a lot. And in case we're beyond the cinema release by the time it comes out, that's well worth going to see out the pictures, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Inception, in fact, as at the time of recording, mid-August, then it is sort of the local Odeons are in Liverpool are looping the Nolan films, and Inception is on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not that that's relevant. Okay, there you go. And number 6, I have gone for Memento.
Okay, well, yeah, that hasn't come up.
Sorry.
Okay.
Is that coming up?
No.
I'm pressing the right one. Let's try that again.
There we go. The whole lot's come up. Excellent.
Yeah, sorry, it was. There you go. And yeah, Memento rounds up my 10 to 6.
Fantastic. That's really interesting. Okay. Superb. So what we've got there, following Insomnia, Batman Begins, Inception, and Memento, which was his first feature film to get a cinema release, wasn't it? Following never had a theatrical release, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll dive straight in. While those are fresh in our memory, I'll go straight for mine. I'll put all mine up on the screen at the same time. Oh no, that's just the filmography again, isn't it? Oh no, can you see it?
Yeah, 10 to 6.
10 to 6. Okay, so really interesting here. Number 10 following, and number 9 Insomnia. So we've gone exactly the same on those first two, and I think that will kind of be revealed as we go along. Next two really quite different. Neither of my next two make an appearance in your 10 to 6, and that's Dunkirk, his most recent feature film, and Interstellar, the film that immediately followed the Dark Knight trilogy. I have to say, I was really surprised that these two ended up in the back end of my list. But it's only when you realise you have to put them somewhere that kind of happened, if you like.
Yeah.
And then Batman Begins, which was that your number 8, wasn't it?
Yeah, number 8.
Okay. So
that's really interesting. To be honest, I'm not surprised by Interstellar, because I remember when I saw that in the cinema and I really enjoyed it. And remember, I got the sense that you were unsure, or it wasn't quite high up on your list.
It was.
So I'm not surprised about that, actually.
And I haven't seen it again until I watched it for this project.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't watch it at the cinema. Now, whether if I'd watched it at the pictures again, it might have weighed its way higher. I'm not sure. But again, all stuff we can discuss when we go through them all film by film. So there we go. What we have to do now, I suppose, is we'll work out the order in which we do these vlogs. One thing's for sure, we'll definitely be doing following first, and then Insomnia, and then we'll have to decide which we'll do Batman Begins, and then we'll have to work out which other two we're going to do as we go along, I suppose. But yeah, really interesting. So the aim is to try and get one of these out every day or every few days. But seeing as I have a 4-month-old baby, and you yourself have a week old, is new one's a week.
What day is it today?
Monday.
Yeah, a week exactly. Yeah. So I've been in lockdown for too long that all the day it's like Groundhog Day. It's just
so who said that men can't multitask, women? So following first of all, excellent. So that'll be good fun. Okay, so thanks very much for that, Matt. We'll get that posted as soon as possible.
Yep.
And bye-bye to everyone out there.
Bye.